I recently bought some used LIFX BR30 smart bulbs from Facebook Marketplace. And so, let's check them out. The BR30 light bulb is a very well respected bulb from LIFX, and for good reason too. These bulbs are very versatile and can work in a variety of applications. They work well in lamps, recessed lighting, as outdoor floodlights, etc. Basically anything that you want a big light bulb for, this will do the trick. These smart light bulbs connect over Wi-Fi, and so that's very handy because no hubs are needed in the process. They're also known for their brightness. These bulbs shine up to 1100 lumens, which is pretty bright, and they also have a wide variety of vibrant colors that you can choose from. Something that I love about these bulbs is that they support Apple Home, and even the older models have now been updated to support Apple Home, which we'll talk about later. Controlling these bulbs is very simple. LIFX has an app that you can download straight onto your phone and connect the bulb and control it from there. As mentioned, you can also then connect your light bulb to Apple Home or whatever smart home software you use. These light bulbs are very easy to control in the app. LIFX makes controlling your light bulbs seamless with their app controls. You can turn on and off the light bulb, as well as adjust the dimmer to make them as bright or as dim as you would like, and you can also change the color to almost any color that you could think of. Their color spectrum has a wide variety of colors, and they all come out very well and vibrantly through the bulb. It's a little bit hard to tell from this video because my camera automatically adjusts the exposure. However, these are very bright and vibrant light bulbs, and all of the colors show very nicely. These light bulbs also work very well outside as floodlights. Not only are they extremely bright inside, but outside as well. Okay, let's talk about connecting your smart bulb. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that your bulb is reset. You can do this by simply plugging the bulb into power and out, turning it on and off 5 times in a row. After that, if you wait, it will flash some colors to indicate that it has been successfully reset and it is ready for pairing inside of your application of choice. Pairing your light bulb with Apple Home is very simple and straightforward. You can simply pull out your Apple Home application, click on Add Accessory, and then scan the QR code on the bottom of the light. However, if you're like me and you got older models of this light, they might not have a QR code on them. So there's no QR code on this light. And so that can be an issue. However, LIFX is very great and compatible and has solved this issue for us. When I bought the light bulbs, I got 2 different kinds. Some of them had the HomeKit code printed right on the light bulb, which is very convenient because you can just press more options instead of the QR code and type in that code straight into Apple Home and it will connect seamlessly. However, half of the light bulbs that I got are older and don't have a HomeKit code at all on the light bulb. But if you get these light bulbs and you want to use them in Apple Home, there is still a way that you can do that. First, connect the bulb to your LIFX application. LIFX makes it straightforward and simple to connect their bulbs. Next, click on the 3 dots at the top of the application and scroll down to where you see Update Firmware. If you are not all the way up to date, click that and it will update the firmware. Next, you'll want to pair with your Apple Home. You'll then see 2 options. One is to pair and the other is to get your HomeKit code. Click Get Your HomeKit Code and the application will send you a code that you can download in your photos or write down or whatever. From there, it's pretty simple. You can press pair with Apple Home right into the app and it will integrate right into your Apple Home application. Okay, let's take a second and talk about Matter support. LIFX started supporting Matter in 2024. However, eligible older bulbs began getting updated in September of 2025, which is what makes it possible for these light bulbs to still connect to Apple Home, even though they were manufactured before that. That's something that I really appreciate about LIFX. Just because their bulb is older does not mean it is unusable. They continue to put out firmware updates when needed, where you can update your bulb and connect to whatever you are wanting to connect to pretty easily. Okay, so what are some of the pros and cons of this light bulb? First, with the pros. These light bulbs, as mentioned, are very bright. Again, they shine up to 1100 lumens, which they make brighter light bulbs, especially as floodlights and things. But as far as smart bulbs go, they are some of the brightest that you will find. So if you want smart bulbs that are also very bright, this is probably your best option. Second, you cannot beat the color options. If you can think of a color, you can set it to your light bulb. It's that simple. The third pro is that they do not require any sort of home hub. They can connect straight over Wi-Fi seamlessly into your application. And again, for me, one of the biggest pros of this light bulb is that even their older models can connect to Apple Home. At the end of the day, there's nothing too crazy about these light bulbs. However, they do what they do and they work very well, which is exactly what you want in a light bulb. You want to be able to just set it up and have it work with no issues. And so far in my experience, that has been the case. There are some cons that you should be aware about before you purchase this light bulb. But don't worry, they're not a huge deal. The first con that I could think of about this light bulb is the directionality. Of course, this light bulb is designed to shine light in a certain direction. However, as you can see on the bulb, it will shine out the sides as well. It just won't shine down the bottom or the back. So if that's what you're looking for, there are other great options of light bulbs from LIFX as well. The second issue is that they can't be in every fixture because of their size. Because they're so bright and versatile, they do come a little bit large, and so they don't fit in every single light fixture inside of your house. The final con with these light bulbs is that because they connect over Wi-Fi, the connection can get spotty if your router is far away from your outdoor floodlights. That being said, I have had no issues so far with that. That is just something that I thought of that could come up as a potential issue with this light. Okay, in conclusion, for me, these bulbs have been very impressive, especially because of how well they've been able to hold their value, even though the ones that I got are old and used. These bulbs are especially good for Apple Home users as it connects seamlessly. I have not tried it with other softwares, but I'm sure that you would have no issues there as well. At the end of the day, I would say that if you are in the market for some smart light bulbs, the LIFX BR30 is a great option, whether you get them used or new. I hope this helps, and if you liked this video, please leave a comment down below and let me know of any other products you would like me to review. Also, please feel free to like and subscribe, as that will help me out with growing this channel. Thank you so much.